Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Nedved chips it through, well read, and the danger is averted. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be. One of Italy's greatest ever wingers. He can run and beat defenders, we've seen that all so often, and he can get from box to box if needed.
Yeah, well, he does have an extraordinary work rate and extraordinary energy levels too.
Yeah, and he's got the intelligence to strike the perfect balance between the two. Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it.
And a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Xavi wins the duel this time. First quarter of an hour gone. Pinches it off him. Oh, this looks sharp. Edmilson. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Hullet. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, that looks a decent... And the shot! He's delivered all right! The first significant strike. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react. Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind...
And the finish! They've got to be quick to recover this. Lovely feet. Xavi going face-to-face with his great rival. Looking for options for movement. He's having a shot! Nedved can see things, others simply cannot. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Nedved will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Front-footed pressing going on here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Nedved. And it's Nedved. Played out towards the right wing. And it's Seedorf. And here's Hullet. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Donadoni. And he's managed to get free. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Aimed beyond the defence. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good effort! Maldini tries to clear. And the counter is on. Edmilson. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Hullet. It's a good foot in there. Oh, no question that's a foul. Well, the ref's being lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. That was travelling. Turan.
There will be 1 minute
Cafu.
added time.
Donatoni. For Xavi. And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Vietnam up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this.
It's Eto'o! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that's left him on the seat of his pants. And it's Edmilson. And now they can spring out of defence. Donatoni. And here's Hullet. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Xavi. Cafu. Donatoni. And here's Hullet. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vietnam are ahead here by what is still the only goal. And here's Eto'o. Neymar. Oh, well played. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, good take in a good area. And this is Hullet, and he's certainly onside here. And that has been cleared.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 8, Seydou.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
Nedved. Coming on the field, number 14, Vieira.
He's
Number
a
15,
sharp little ball here. Mateus! Magnificent from Mateus! A finish right from the top draw. 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Vietnam are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Probing pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Vieira. And this is Eto'o. Vietnam have reclaimed it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Some resolute defending there. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Nesta kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Ferdinand. And Mateus. And it's Hullet. He's found a way past. That's a good ball. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
A case now of complete control. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Park Ji-sung. Nice physical challenge. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Vieira. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Now it's Hullet. Hullet makes a dash for it. Now, can they get him away? Maldini. Ferdinand.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Lam running with the ball. He's taking on the lot of them. Lam plays it in.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Ronaldinho. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and welcome
The
to
conditions
today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Mbappe! And he's done it! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing. I doubt very much that this was in the script. That's tidy. Nesta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Lam. Seedorf. Nicely weighted ball. Shot, surely! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Neymar. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Seedorf. Oh, this is a terrific run. And here's Mbappe. That's very neat. He's had a shot! Another big chance that gets away.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, it's a great ball here. And it's Cruyff, steaming on goalwards.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vietnam already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Neymar. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Backward it goes. It's Ronaldinho!
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Mbappe. Seedorf. And here's Mbappe. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Rijkaard. And it's Nesta. Cafu. Ball played for Xavi. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now that's well seen too.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
30 minutes gone. Now it's Hullet. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gives it back. Hullet producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Maldini. Hullet is onto it in a flash. Seedorf. Mbappe. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Cruyff. Distributed tidily. And he whips it in. Cleared without hesitation. Cafu can clear it away. Roberto Carlos just loves to go forward whenever he can.
Maldini.
Mbappe! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Vieira wins the duel this time. And here's Hullet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
There will
And
be
it's
1
Xavi.
minute added time.
And here's Hullet. And it's made its way to him.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Vietnam leading by 1 at the break.
Please have your entry tickets.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Vietnam leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Vietnam leading courtesy of the game's only goal. And here's Mbappe. Oh, shot a goal! Goal! 2 to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And they've switched it over to the other side. Cafu has a look and plays it forward. Now, can they get him away? And this is Hullet. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this. And Cruyff! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Vieira. Now it's Mbappe. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Vieira. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! Eto'o. Defending was strong and firm. Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's Cruyff! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Vietnam really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Substitution on the field.
So,
Number
third corner of the
14,
game.
Vieira. Number 8, Seedorf. Number 23.
That has been knocked
Mbappe.
clear.
Number 9.
Roberto
Johan
Carlos making good
Coming on the
progress.
field,
Matteo, great chance!
Makalele.
Donadoni
Number
with the
15,
clearance.
Mateu.
And now they can
Number
spring out of
20,
defence.
Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number
Now this could be a
25,
chance.
Hazard. Substitutions taking place.
Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Vietnam perhaps contemplating their next change here. Half an hour gone in the second half. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Roberto Carlos. Gets a good foot in there. No foul, says the referee.
Vietnam couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Eto'o. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. And it's Hullet. Vieira. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Azar. Rummenigge. Mateus. Just 5 minutes left. And here's Hullet. Park Ji-sung did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Azar. And it's Hullet. Hullet gets on his bike and on the move. He's having a good look here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Hullet!
2 added minutes has been indicated.
2 minutes to be added on. Eto'o. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Donadoni. Edmilson. Cafu. So that's it. It is all over. Vietnam are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them.
Hello attendees.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a
Hello,
beautiful,
everybody,
clear
and
evening.
welcome to
The
today's
conditions
match.
contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That'll be a corner. Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, sweet feet. Pinches it off him. And that's surely a foul, free kick. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Pulls off a sensational save. That's very neat. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Couldn't squeeze it through. Lahm. Well, there's one man here who stands head and shoulders above the rest in just about every aspect of the game. It is, of course, Jim, the great Paolo Maldini.
Yeah, I feel like bowing here because it's him. He's simply the greatest of them all, the inspiration for so many top-class defenders.
Roberto Carlos. Now here's the... And a header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Eto'o. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Makaleli. And Mateus. And it's Cruyff. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Donadoni. Well, they can break here. Xavi. Vieira. And here's Eto'o. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gullit. Mateus. Looking to play him in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Donadoni. And it's Xavi. Vieira. Gullit. He is just caressing the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Cruyff. Makaleli. And here's Gullit. Gullit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Gullit. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xavi. And this is Eto'o. Great vision. And this is Xavi. He leaps for it. Nesta gets it away. And here's Donatoni. Cafu is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Vieira. And here's Eto'o. And it's Hullet. Neymar. And the finish! Oh, he's been caught napping.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending. Vietnam are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Added time.
Xavi. Now it's Eto'o. Played out to the left flank. And it's half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So neither side has found the way through yet.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And so the action is resumed.
Vietnam have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
And here's Hullet. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Makaleli. Xavi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Cafu. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Oh, nicely intercepted. Quality ball. Rummenigge is onto this. Rummenigge. Manchester United are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Xavi. Now it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He's onside. Oh, that's neat. That's really good defending. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Eto'o. This looks promising. Looking for the run. Can he finish? Now it's Hullet. And it's Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Cafu. And Donatoni. Xavi, the arch schemer, always looking to get the team going. Makaleli. Mateus. And it's Makaleli. Mateus. Cruyff. Mateus. Nicely aimed pass. More and more pressure on the ball here. Thuram. Cafu. Half an hour gone in the second half. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. And it's Cruyff.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Substitution.
So we have movement on both benches. Hazard. Bullet being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Now it's Bullet. And here's Hullet.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Michael. Seedorf. And it's Azar. And here's Hullet. Oh, can he get onto this? Now
There
it's
will be
Eto'o.
1 minute added time.
Nice looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. And that is the last of the action. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter,
And we
with a
come
good
to you
mix
now
of
with a quick
action and
request for
plenty of
support
talking
for
points,
our
and
charity
it ended
fund,
with the right
Shares in
result, in my
Football.
opinion.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.